Hello, and welcome to At All Hours. I'm your host, Greg Ramirez, and we are back again, back at it, at the old glory hole. Okay? Last episode, did I do my intro right? Welcome to At All Hours. I'm your host, Greg Ramirez. Yeah, okay. That was just, something about that seemed like I got into it a little. I need to slow my roll a little bit. I need to just chill out. Did you hear my elbow crack? Last episode, we covered stuff. This episode, we're covering things. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of those. Got a lot to talk about. So much to talk about, actually. I have so much to talk about, which is exactly why I missed last week's post. But whatever, I'm not going to put these restrictions on myself. I got to do it. I want to do it weekly, but, hey, I'm not going to beat myself up. There's a lot of activity also outside. I don't know if you could hear. No, probably not. There's like helicopters. There was an ice cream man. The fuck? It's like 7 o'clock right now. It's 7 p.m. And there's no children that live in the neighborhood that I live in. Isn't that weird? I noticed that like a couple years ago. You go out into like the street and there's like no kids out in the street that are just like playing stickball or rolling around with this stick in a hoop, kicking around the old hacky sack. None of that. Like in my day, we used to go out into the streets, smoke methamphetamine, and go kill people and break into houses. Now kids are on their iPads all day long. Anyway, a stupid bit. But it's true. There's no kids in like the neighborhood in the area. It's all old Chinese people. It's like the whole neighborhood. It's like I get up at like 5 or 6 p.m. When I was a kid, there was just like everyone was out in the streets just gallivanting, right? Now, 5 or 6 p.m. comes, there's no one out in the streets. But 7 in the morning, just the streets are littered with older Asian people walking around. They swing their arms like if you got your arms and just kind of swung them, like you put your arm out in front of you, swing it left to right, so like they kind of cross each other and just fucking working out their connectoids in their shoulders, all that stuff. It's crazy. And I'm seeing them walking, getting their day started, and I'm still drunk from the night before. Fucked up, dude. But there's no like I think a lot of the area is just a lot of like older people in general. So I don't think there's like, you see someone who looks like they're like 80 years old. They probably don't have kids. They might have grandkids, but maybe not living with them, whatever. I don't know. I don't really think too much about it, but when I do start thinking about it, I'm like, it is kind of weird, My neighbors are still watching me. I'm sure. They know now that I know because they listen to this. I'm sure. So I don't know, whatever. I'm going to leave it in the past. I don't even think about it anymore. It just happens. They're like, hey, good morning. And I'm like, yeah, good morning. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Good morning to you too. We're civil. That's cool. Speaking of Chinese people, kind of a weird transition, I know, but, it reminded me that I got hustled. I got hustled by a little old Chinese fella. When I went to Aldi. I don't know. I've talked about Aldi before, I'm sure. Shout out to Aldi. Love Aldi. Love me some Aldi. Not the shoe store, I used to work at Aldi. And every time I would tell people, they're like, where do you work? It didn't come up often, but if I was like, or if I told them like, oh, I work at Aldi, and they're like, oh, the shoe store. I'm like, no, you fucking moron. Not the shoe store. It's a grocery store. And they're like, okay, well, first of all, weird how you're reacting. Secondly, more lame. They're not working at like a luxury shoe store than you are at a very, like a very budget grocery store, but whatever. I like Aldi. I also like Aldo. I don't really shop there anymore, but I did in my heyday. Back when I was out of my mind, I'd be like, you do need $120 leather shoes today. Aldi. I shop at Aldi all the time. Super affordable, super cheap. Give you some insight, right? So, Aldi's not paying me to say this either. It's just a great place, just swell. Okay, they're not paying me to say this. Obviously, I don't take money. I don't take money from people. I speak my truth. I speak my true. I'm not gonna get into an accent right now because I was teetering on it. I was about to do it, to him, but I'm not gonna do it. You catch me in person. Doesn't take much to get me to start doing accents. Just letting you know. You could ask. Usually people don't, and I do it anyway, but that's a whole other thing. So Aldi it's a grocery store, not a shoe store. I don't know if I already established that. But it is like a budget grocery store. Not like Grocery Outlet where they get things like that are basically expiring. They buy it in bulk and resell it at a cheaper price. Instead, they kind of have this business model where they cut out a bunch of the bullshit and stuff to make things cheaper. So one of the things that they cut costs is not having as many employees, right? So one of the ways that they cut out employees is they don't have a dedicated like cart attendant or like, parking lot person, lot lizard, I think they're called. And the way they do that is they have a system. This is also assuming you've never shopped at Aldi. They have a system where you have the cart corral right in front of the store. You push your cart in, and there is like a little mechanism on top. That makes it sound too complicated. It's not. It's just like a little box on top. And you connect your cart. There's like a chain, and you connect your cart to the cart in front of it. Connect it, and it pops out a little quarter. So in order to get the cart, you go up with a quarter, put it into a little coin slot. It pops out the lock, and you take the cart. Right? So that way, when you finish shopping, you go to your car, you load your car up. It gives you the initiative to bring your cart back into the cart corral. You push it in, connect the little chain to the box. It pops your coin back out. There you go. They don't have to pay for a cart attendant. You got to keep your whole 25 cents, baby. So that's important to this, okay? I'm not giving you insight to Aldi's budget efficiencies for nothing, okay? It is pertinent to the story. So I go to Aldi, I get my groceries. I'm leaving, and I put all my groceries away. This is something that happens at Aldi pretty often. So you'll be like, let's say I'm in the parking lot, I'm taking my cart back. Someone who is like getting out of their car, they'll see me taking my cart back, and they'll hold up their quarter. Like look at me and hold up their quarter. That means like, here, I'll take your cart back I'll take your cart. Save you the walk. I'll take your cart and I'll give you my quarter. Cool. Right? It's a weird little like, I don't know, courtesy thing that people do at Aldi sometimes. You see it, like I've done it before where I see someone finishing up, they're about to turn and take their cart up, and I just give them my quarter. I'm like, here, you could take my quarter, I'll take your cart. Oh, cool, thank you so much. It's just like a weird little courtesy thing, right? So it's happened a ton of times, right? It's just part of like shopping at Aldi. So on this particular day, I finished throwing all my shit into my car. I start walking back, and I see this older Chinese fella approaching me, right? And he puts his hand out, not holding a quarter up, but just kind of putting his hand out, like, I'll take the cart. So I'm like, okay, thinking, okay, well, he's gonna take it, do the thing that I just explained. So I give him my cart, and he takes it, and he like kind of like quickly like bows his head, like kind of nods. No, he doesn't bow, but I'm just saying like he kind of nods, like saying like thank you. And then takes my cart, and that's it. He just takes my cart. does not give me a quarter. And it kind of happened so fast that I just like give him the cart, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I walk away because I kind of like immediately realized like he's taking the cart so he could keep the quarter. You know, whatever. It's a quarter. It doesn't matter. But that's not the point. It could have been a penny. Well, they're getting discontinued now, which is kind of insane. That's a whole other thing. But it's just a quarter, right? Even if it was $1, it's like it's not the end of the world to lose $1, to lose a quarter, you know. So at least, you know, generally speaking, it's not the end of the world. So he takes the cart, presumably keeps the quarter, and I kind of go back to my car and I'm like, I was just kind of like, that happened so fast because I was just thinking like, well, he's probably going to give me the quarter, and then he just took my cart. So it was like, oh man, like I just gave him my cart, like I didn't even think anything of it. And I like pull out of like my parking spot, start driving up to like the storefront, and he's just standing in front of the cart corral, like looking out into the parking lot. And it's just like kind of a weird hustle, I guess. I just don't know, like logistically, if it's like the most profitable pursuit. Like you're returning shopping carts for a quarter a pop, which granted, it's like it's not hard work. You're getting a quarter. You do it 4 times, it's a whole dollar. But it's just kind of like what, like $1 or $2 an hour. I mean, sure, it's like you're making. He didn't. He also didn't look homeless. Like I want to preface this. He's like a bit of an older Chinese fella, but he wasn't like, he didn't look homeless at all. Like he didn't look dirty. He didn't look like his clothes were clean. Like just like a totally normal Chinese fella, but still just kind of, which I guess is what caught me off guard more. If it was someone who was like looked disheveled, maybe looked homeless, then I would think like, okay, that's what he's doing. He's trying to get some extra money. Fine. But it's like doing something like that. I was just like, like why? That's the big why. You know, hit him with the old DJT, dude. Why are they doing this? So I just don't understand like the hustle. It seems like it seems like a lot of effort, like just being out there and waiting and probably getting rejected sometimes. People just being like, "No, I want my quarter," and just for, I don't know. Seems like a lot of work. Seems like a lot of time spent for a very low return. I don't know, but it fucking put me in it. Send me into a damn tizzy. Okay. But yeah, the little Chinese fella straight up swindled me. And then I went back another time and I had seen him, recognized him again because I had gone back maybe like a week later. And I'd seen him again, and this time I'd gone with my dad. And as we were putting we were putting stuff in the car, and I told my dad, I was like, that fucking little Chinese fella is the one that took my cart last time. And like I gave him the breakdown of it, right? And my dad did not care. And I basically was like, I'm not going to give him the cart. It's my quarter. Also, I only have a quarter in my car for Aldi. I don't go like I don't really carry cash with me in general. Like I mean, it's the kind of like the time that we live in. I use my phone. I use like Tap Pay. Even if I have like my physical debit card, usually use Tap Pay. Like I'll insert it sometimes. Like I don't even know. I don't even think about it. Fuck, I don't even know where my debit card is right now. I don't know where it's at, but it's around here somewhere. But I use my phone for everything. I just tap my phone. And usually if I do have cash with me, I just carry like a couple of like large bills, you know, not bragging, not a big deal. Just like I usually carry just like, you know, a couple bands with me. That's about it. Just in case I come across a situation where it's like I have to pay cash or, you know, at the club, I don't know, whatever. I don't know, man. I just like stuff like that. That's the only reason I carry cash. It's usually just large bills. Like I said, not a big deal, but I usually carry Just that, just in case of like an emergency, or if I just need cash for a specific thing. So I don't keep change. I don't care. I don't carry fucking pocket change with me. When my fucking Sonic the Hedgehog is fall trip, oops, and then change and coins and shit fall out of my pockets. Fuck. So, so no, I don't really carry change with me. I keep 1 quarter in my car, in the center console. I go shop, I pick it out, go shop, come back, throw the quarter back in the same spot. That's the way it always is, right? So when this little Chinese fella takes my quarter, now I have to go make a change. How do you even fucking? I don't even know where to go. Can I have a change for $1? They're gonna be like, sure, Unc. You, what do you need? You're gonna go down to the fucking nickel slots down the street? You fucking weirdo. I don't know, dude. But it shit pissed me off. I'm getting fired up just talking about it right now. I wasn't even that mad. Now I'm getting mad. Like, it feels like here, it's like being in an echo chamber, and I'm just like, yeah, dude, he fucking robbed you. Little Chinese fella took your shit from you. Bastard, dude. Absolute bastard. So I go back, see this little Chinese fella again. I start walking my cart up. And again, wouldn't have a problem with it. It's just a quarter. If he's doing this like little hustle, cool, whatever. But I go up, and he reaches out, does the same thing. He gestures like, I'll take the cart. Doesn't say anything to me, right? He's not speaking. We're not speaking at all. He just kind of gestures. And I gesture to him like, no, I'm okay. And then he does like that, like hand, like forget it. Like the hand, I don't know, hand wave slap thing, Or if you had your hand out, forget it. Like he does that, and he kind of makes like a face. Like, forget it then. You fucking piece of shit. Like, you know how, how am I the bad guy? Like, fuck you then. What am I doing? You're offering a service, and I was like, no, I politely decline. And now I'm the bad guy? Because you don't get to keep my quarter, you little fucking bastard? I was about to say something worse. Just kidding, I wasn't. I don't talk like that. I don't say things like that. On the microphone. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, I don't know. That guy just really got under my skin that one time. And then I haven't seen him since then. There was another little Chinese fellow that was there, and he was like he kind of looked like a sweeter old man, kind of in a ill-fitted suit, but it was kind of flattering, kind of charming, Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I appreciate it though. I appreciate the hustle, especially because not a lot of Asian homeless. Again, he didn't look homeless, but I did see an Asian tweaker yesterday. That was pretty insane. I like in the area I live in is like I've said it before, but not just like the area, the city is like predominantly Asian. Surrounding cities are predominantly Asian. And there not a lot of Asian homeless, which is great. Having homeless around is not is indicative of a lot of things. We need people that have mental health issues, people that have just have had opportunities stripped from them. I talked about this I think in the first episode about eating homeless people. Whatever. You know what? I'm just I forgot. I was trying to make it like, it's a crisis, but it is a crisis, but I think I had already given a solution, a final solution, it seems, as it were, before. So I'm just going to get off the topic, but not a lot of them. But this guy also, the one that I saw yesterday, was not homeless. I had gone to down to the liquor store, and I was getting drinks, and I left, and then I was hanging out outside and just talking to one of the cashiers. Shout out my boy Bradley. Just talking to him, and one of the other cashiers, shout out my boy Ricky, was telling me that like a guy had just come in and like grabbed shit, like grabbed drinks, and then just kind of walked out with them. But then like I think like came back or was like just came out and like drank it, and then was just kind of around the outside of the store, and then was just being fucking weird. So I like stuck around and we just kind of saw him. He was like he didn't even look that. He looked like he was maybe in his 40s, Asian dude, dressed like completely normal, but like had his arms like together and he was like scratching his arms and just like scratching his chest and just like spun out, walking around in circles, like just doing laps in the parking lot. They're like, what the fuck? And they call the police because they're like, this guy's coming in. He's being weird. He stole shit. He's just outside tweaking out. He got into his trunk, got out like a pitcher or like a bottle of water, and then like, did you hear that? I'm going, ugh, fuck, I'm going full schizo now. So he gets out like a jug of water, pours it on his hands, starts cleaning his hands and like his arms and stuff, and then just starts getting into his car. And right when he gets into his car, he drives forward, almost driving into the store, and then reverses out, takes off. This is like a complete just like side story, just kind of a weird thing to have seen. You don't see a lot of like Asian tweakers, at least not around where I live. Maybe in your area you do. Maybe. But not here, not so much. So that was kind of a weird thing. But anyway, I got hustled out of a little Chinese fella, by a little Chinese fella rather, out of my quarter. Once. He did not succeed the following times. And I've gone back a few times. Are there gunshots outside now? Jesus Christ. Definitely. I'll look into that after. But I've gone back to that Aldi. That's the Aldi that I go to all the time. So I've gone back a few times. Found that other little sharp dressed Asian fella, and then that was kind of it. But I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the hustle. People doing little things. If like someone is just like asking for money, most of the time if someone's just like outside, especially if they look like strung out and they're just like, hey, can I I'm trying to get something to eat. Can you spare a couple bucks? No, dude. The money you're going to use on drugs, I'm about to use on drugs. I'm not going to give it to you. But if someone is like a little more forthright and they're like, hey, can you get me a beer inside? Like I just really want a beer. For sure. Can I have one with you? Like, yeah, if you're honest about it, I feel like I'm more inclined to give you that which you desire most. But then again, if someone is like offering to do something, they're hustling, they're doing little jobs, I'll give you a little extra scratch, right? So I don't know. I appreciate the hustle, at least, but I haven't seen many of them yet since the last few times I've gone back to Aldi. Did you know that Aldi and Trader Joe's are related? That's pretty weird, right? Yeah, Aldi and Trader Joe's. Aldi is like, I'm glad you asked. I think Aldi is, well, it's German. So have you ever shopped at Aldi? There's like a bunch of German shit. They sell Wiener Schnitzel and Auschwitz and a bunch of other fucking stuff. I don't remember the names of them exactly or what they are, but they sell a lot of like German stuff and like German inspired foods. But they save money, like I said earlier. Again, not sponsored. They didn't want me to. They didn't pay me to say all these nice things about them and the delectable things that they sell, but they cut back on costs by doing things like they don't play music inside. They don't have as many employees, so there's like a certain way that Aldi functions, and then I noticed this a long time ago that Trader Joe's reminds me of it because one of the ways that they both are very similar in and also how they manage to be like cost efficient so that way when you go you pay less because instead of them paying for big brands like when you go to Target, right, you have pasta that's like a certain brand, and then you have like Target brand, like is it Market Pantry or fucking whatever bullshit. Like you see, you go to like Walmart, Target, they have for a lot of the stuff that they sell, they'll have like their version of it, right? And it's usually significantly cheaper at the cost of potentially losing some of the quality. For a lot of it, it's not that big of a difference, so it kind of doesn't matter. You're just kind of paying less, which is nice. You know where to kind of cut those corners. But Aldi and Trader Joe's predominantly don't have any name brand things. They just have their brand first. They make their own product and sell that. And then will occasionally have actual name brand things. And this also goes into like beer, alcohol, wine. I used to drink $1.99 Aldi wine by the fucking case. It was insane. It was and it was good. It was good. When you have old white ladies coming into the store and they're buying cases of wine from Aldi, you know that it is not bad. And these are like older white women that are like well off. Like they live in the hills and shit, and they're like, no, this is some of my favorite wine. And they're like, that is crazy. Seeing a bunch of old white ladies get wine drunk. Fucking, you know what? I'm not gonna get into that. I was gonna say some some naughty things right now, and I don't think I am. I don't think I'm gonna get into that, but so they both predominantly sell their own branded stuff, right? Pretty cool. And you go to Trader Joe's and you go to Aldi, they have kind of a similar sales thing, but it's just their aesthetic is like entirely different. Because you have like Trader Joe's, which is like, they have like floral print shirts. You talk to the workers, they're like, hey man, oh my God, how's it been? It's so nice to see you. They have fucking chalkboards up with colorful chalk. Today's sales. Oh my God, it's like you're on a gaycation, if you will. And it's fun and it's vibrant. Oh my God, and everyone's so happy to be there. Trader Joe's. It's so nice. So nice. And you go to Aldi. It is like brutalist Russia. It is like going... Oh my God. You guys hear that? Well, it's probably fine. So, oh my God. Probably fireworks. You go to Aldi. It is purely like going to the food store. There is no fluff. There is no faff. There is no fucking around. It is just, going in there. You're like, we need this, this, and this. And they have this, this, and this on deck for you. And there's no music that plays. There are no fun colors. There are no chalkboards with fun colors. You talk to the employees, they're just like, what? I was just wondering if you guys have chips. Yeah, our chips are on aisle 6 and they taste like cardboard. Enjoy. We have 4 flavors and they all suck. And they're $1. Fuck you. That's basically what it's like. I worked at Aldi, so that's basically also how we treated people, and then how you get treated when you go to Aldi, which is fine because you're paying for You're like, well, everyone was kind of a dick to me, but I'll be goddamned. I paid like $70 for like a full cart of groceries. Not bad, right? So it basically was like there was like Aldi in Germany, and then there was like this split. So there was owned by like these like brothers, I think it was, or something. I don't know. It was like these two people that owned it or something. And they had Aldi in Europe. That's where it came from. It was German, obviously. That's what I said. The whole Auschwitz thing. And then when they started to expand, there was like this kind of, problems that came up. And then when they came to North America, there was problems that came up. So they divided it into Aldi North and Aldi South. And I believe Aldi North was the one that came to the United States, and they set up Aldi. Right? So that is the Aldi that we know and love now. Brutalist Aldi. And Aldi South, I believe, was the one that did Trader Joe's. So they came here. They couldn't establish another Aldi, obviously. So they made Aldi South made Trader Joe's. Which is why if you go to Aldi and you go to Trader Joe's, they're very similar in concept. It's just kind of like a reskinning of things. But I feel like Aldi is more like basics, and Trader Joe's is more like, they have more like unique items. Aldi's a little cheaper. Trader Joe's is a little eccentric. It's a little more fun. But there you go. The more you know, I guess. I mean, I'm not here to give you a fucking history lesson on grocery stores. Okay, I don't know, just trying to have a conversation. Okay, do you mind? Like, I was just trying to talk about something, and you're just like, I don't know, it feels like you don't really care, but I'm just saying. I just want us to talk more. I feel like you're just, like you weren't all there during that conversation right now. And I just really feel like I'm just, like, you're not giving me anything, and I'm just trying to do something. Like, I'm just trying to make conversation. I don't know. But one of the things, I mean, Aldi does sell some stuff that's like name brand, like they usually get some stuff in, but it's not too much. I went to Ralph's recently, and a couple nights ago, and I did see something that I was quite perturbed by. And I went, and you guys know, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. It's called Capri Sun. Have you guys heard of that? Have you guys heard this? Have you seen this? Capri Sun, little juice pouches things. Do you know that they have them in full size bottles now? I'm not drinking yet. I'm drinking beatbox. Whoa. They have Capri Sun in full size bottles. Like, what the fuck are you? What is going on? I saw that, and it's like, who? What is this? What is this for? Who is this for? Capri Sun's good. Don't get me wrong. Okay, but you take the fun. Remember when they made adult size Capri Suns? That was fucking cool. Like, they're just like, what if we made them a little bigger? Awesome. Now I don't have to drink 6 of them in one sitting. If I buy a case of Capri Suns, they will be gone by the end of the day. It's just like, they taste good, but to put them in a big old pair of fucking fat jugs like that, I don't know. It just kind of feels like the magic's gone. You know, like, where's the love? Where's the it factor? The fuck are you doing? Just putting him in a pair of fucking big, beautiful, fat jugs like that? It's just weird. And then the label sucks. The label looked like it's something that, like, I could whip up on my computer in like 20 minutes. It's just like the dumbest fucking... Put up a picture of it. Like, it looks stupid as fuck. And if you're watching this on YouTube, There was no image that went up. You fucking moron. Go back and check it. You're like, "Ooh, did he really put it? Oh, I'll check that." No, I didn't fucking put up an image. It's a little thing. It's a little thing I've been working on. It's called a joke. Kind of like what you are. I would have put in audio right there of people like a whole like, oh, but I'm not even gonna do that. I just want you to sit with that for a second. Think of what you've done. So they have it in a bottle. It's fucking weird. They also have them in like smaller bottles, which is kind of like more confusing. Like, you guys had your business model like figured out. Like you had the pouches. Like that was kind of your whole thing. And then you're like, just put them in bottles. I don't know. We're not using enough plastic. Just put them in bottles. Put them in one big bottle. That's it. It was just weird. I didn't like that. They also have Skittles juice. Have you seen this? Have you heard of this? Fucking Skittles bottles juice. It also looks like shit. It's just like, you have like it's like red Skittle juice, and it's like just purely just red, like opaque red liquid. So it's not like, it doesn't look like juice. It looks like fucking paint. And then the label on it is just solid red. It just says Skittles on it. It's just weird. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on with like branding changes with food and stuff at the grocery store. They're getting rid of Red 40 like permanently. The fuck? No one asked for that. Nobody asked for them to take Red 40 out of our fucking Cheetos. All we want is to stop being at war with every single country ever. We just want all of our money to go to... We just want free healthcare. They're like, Red 40 is actually bad for you. It wouldn't matter as much if we had fucking healthcare. Isn't that like kind of a crazy thing to think of? They're taking... I want bright red hot Cheetos. And if it gives me cancer, then I could go to the doctor and have it treated. Spend more of my money on Cheetos rather than fucking doctor's fees. It's my body and my choice to tarnish it with toxins and poisons that are delicious. You know, like I don't get to decide where my money goes, where my taxes go. It just go, and they're like, "Well, that's why you should vote." Shut the fuck up. I mean, I was gonna say something that would probably qualify me as a terrorist. So I'm not going to say that. But it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird seeing what our world's come to, because now I'm getting like a bunch of bullshit like bottled Capri Sun and stupid Skittle water, and then Red 40 is being taken from me while we're bombing. We just went to war with Venezuela. That's cool. It's actually pretty tight. I was running out of Earl anyway. Gotta get up on that Earl. You know, I don't know. It's just fucking pisses me off, dude. Just seeing fucking video campaigns of Venezuela being invaded, having a fucking country song playing over it. You see like troops being deployed somewhere, capturing people, and some rockin' country rock song with Jelly Roll in it. It's playing. I cannot say this enough with enough conviction how much I'm gonna be nice. I will say it without as much conviction as I was about to do. I'm not the biggest fan of Jelly Roll. Do you know Jelly? Have you seen this? Have you heard of this? Jelly Roll? He's that big fat guy that's in a bunch of bad songs and makes them worse. And or makes his own. And I mean, he's fully capable of making his own bad songs. Which they're okay, whatever, fuck it. I can't stand him. Like his I've listened to his music because I've heard like stuff from him. I've heard songs. I had heard a song that he was featured in. And we're hearing his feature and thinking, this is like dog shit. The song was, I don't even remember what song. You know what? I think it was the, oh, this makes me want to blow my brains out too. There's a Snoop Dogg song, which Snoop Dogg, whatever, it's a whole other fucking thing. Yes, I get it. He was the one of the ones that he fucking made Gin and Juice, dude. He was Snoop Dogg. He's a legend. He smoked weed with Martha Stewart, and he's the dude. Whatever. Okay, I get it. But fuck, he's like Snoop Dogg's like The Rock. Like you just see him everywhere, and you're like, dude, shut the fuck up. And then he's still like snibbity dibbity. I'm a Crip, and like, dude, shut up. I get so fucking fed up with seeing him do shit. And then it's like, just be rich and shut up, please. Stop making music. You're like 100 years old and it sucks. And you're like, it's just, get over it. But he made a song, I think it's called Mary Jane's Last Dance. Holy God in heaven. I have a little chibi hair on my microphone. It is the worst pile of shit ever. The song's gay as fuck. The video, there's a music video for it, and it's all AI generated. And he just probably got pitched the idea and was like, bobbity boobity, we're gonna fucking snippity dobbity. And made the most trashy, like, stoner AI video. It's like when you were in high school and someone was like, if you were in high school and you saw it, like those stoners that were just like that just talked about Bob Marley and Snoop Dogg and that was it, and had like their whole personality was just smoking weed, not even like understanding weed or like the effects of it or the benefits. It was like just purely like stupid, like stoner dude. That's what this video is. I would encourage you to look it up. Just look up the video because it is the most just like ridiculous fucking thing. It is the dumbest fucking video. The song sucks. The video sucks. It's AI generated. It is the most dumb fucking stoner bullshit ever. And I just thought this is fucking absolute hot garbage. And then, lo and behold, Jelly Roll comes in. And I just think, oh, great. Just when this song couldn't get any better. And his part starts. Also, in the video, it's insane. Just like, why, who thought of this? Who let this actively happen when they were watching it and then thought, this is tight, let's show it to them. And then they looked at it and they're like, this is tight, drop it. And that was it. That's all the discussion that was had. They showed Tupac being crucified. That's pretty cool. I don't remember it that well, but Tupac's in it. So there you go. But his part comes up, fucks up the song. It's stupid. It's gay. He turns into a big fat ball because he's a big fat piece of garbage. Now he's losing weight. Good for him. But it's like, what if your whole thing is that you're fat and then you lose weight? Like both parts of his name are about him being fat. Jelly Roll? How are you going to be one or the other? He's going to just go by his regular name, Maurice. No, I don't know if that's his real name, but he seems kind of like a Maurice. But it's just, I don't know. He's not as big and fat anymore. He's like, I'm down like 300 pounds. You know, it's like, who gives a shit, dude? It's just, I don't. The song goes on. It sucks. So then I think, okay, maybe it's just a bad feature. There's plenty of people that have, what the hell, my stupid ass cats. There's plenty of people who are great artists that had a bad feature on a song, right? Maybe the song sucks. Maybe the production of it sucks. The writing was bad. You know, there's a number of things that can kind of go wrong with a feature. You could also have a great artist on, and then their feature just sucks. Maybe it just kind of didn't mesh well with the like collaboration or something. You know, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but when you collaborate with someone, it can go poorly, right? So the song already sucks. Jelly Roll comes on, and his feature sucks. They kind of give him the benefit of a doubt, right? But then I get curious, like, does he actually suck at what he does, or is he? Because I mean, a million fucking rednecks and meth heads can't be wrong. I'm sure. You know. I mean, there's a lot of people wrong about the Holocaust, but I think it's kind of like comparing apples to oranges. But am I though? Yeah, I probably am. I don't mean to diminish the Holocaust, which didn't happen, by the way. Just kidding. Don't, editor, cut that out. Just kidding. I'm the editor. So, didn't happen. Jelly Rolls fans are all meth heads, and like, if you ever see someone in a Jelly Roll shirt, take a real good look at their teeth. Guarantee you, there's a few popcorn kernels kicking around in that mouth. And I don't know. He's clearly got quite a fan base. He's a significant name. He's got tattoos on his face. That's pretty cool. But I wanted to listen. I was like, okay, maybe I heard it's like a bad song, right? So I think I'm going to listen to more of his music. Not where he's just like a feature on, but maybe I'll look at more of his, like, what else did he feature on? What songs did he do on his own? What songs did he have someone else feature on? Variety's the spice of life. So let's look in a little further. Turns out they all suck. And it turns out some of his features really suck. I don't remember if I think he might have been the feature on this, or it might have been a fever dream and some wires are getting crossed. I'm pretty sure he did. Oh, it must have been that he had him feature on. Otherwise, why would he be making like a country rock song? I don't fucking remember. But he collabed with Ronnie Radke from Falling in Reverse, and what is the other band? I need to ask my producer. What's the other band? Escape the Fate. Thank you. Escape the Fate and Falling in Reverse. Ronnie Radke's fucking chud. Big chud energy. Sorry if you're a Ronnie Radke fan, but you're probably a fucking chud too. If you were at one point, awesome. Like everyone liked Escape the Fate, or like These Situations, whatever. Everyone liked certain songs. It was, hey, we were all gay and young. Okay? But it's like now you see Ronnie Radke and you're like, yo, I don't even know how to spell your last name, dude. I think it's like Radtke. How the fuck am I supposed to trust you if your name is Ronnie Radtke? But I don't know who's the feature on it, but there's a song. Also look up the video for that. That if you want to have like a good time, just look up. You guys hear the sirens outside? Oh my God, they're coming for me. Chat, I need to get through this. We only have a couple minutes left before we get here. I have a bunker that I was like, you know what? I'm going to open the windows tonight. And turns out I'm letting out the airwaves. They're finding me. I did take Oscar's advice and cover my house in aluminum foil, and I built a separate bunker. But it seems like the information's still getting out. So whatever, I'll make this brief. It sucked. And the song, you should just look up Jelly Roll music videos. Crack open a 6-pack or light up a couple joints. Just sit back and just have a good time. Sit around with some friends, watch it, and be like, yo, who the fuck put this on? It is a shit show. Listen to some of his own like songs where it's just him, and it's like he's like a kind of like from what I remember, it's been a while since I listened to, since I indulged in some Jelly Roll, some Jr., some Joe Rogan, um, and oh, they're getting closer, chat. So it's been a while since I've indulged in such things, um, but I remember the songs being kind of like Post Malone-ish, but without like with more of like a gruff kind of thing to him, and he's also like because he's like a singer kind of rapper kind of thing, and but a lot of the songs feel like where it's like Post Malone's like early stuff I know was like, which is kind of all I really listened to, was really like about like relationships and kind of like wanting to flex and like women and things like that. But it's like Jelly Roll has this kind of like, it's, I don't know how to describe it. It kind of has the same feeling as like army rock kind of thing, where it's like just like talking about like generally like just kind of struggling, and they're, you know, sad, or sometimes I feel angry, sometimes I feel sad, sometimes I feel hungry, sometimes I feel mad. I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember listening to the song and I was like, this kind of sucks, but it feels kind of uh like some pretty shallow writing. Like a couple of Midwest meth head moms were being like, I'm turning my life around because Jelly Roll. And then they just were like, that's their whole thing. I remember when I was at work one time, this is a while ago now, but um I had gotten, I'd helped some women, and they were white women, and they were, I want to say like in their, I want to say probably around my age. They looked older, but they were wearing Jelly Roll shirts, and they looked, that's like the idea. They're the only people that I've seen wearing Jelly Roll shirts, and they looked like exactly what I would think Jelly Roll fans look like. They're just like greasy blonde hair, and kind of like, I'm trying to think. I don't know if you guys are. This is such a weird like reference. If you guys remember the way the guy from 8 Mile, like the guy that shoots himself in the leg because he has a gun in his hip, that guy, the way his face looks, that like scrunched up kind of caveman white people face, you know, one of them, like that kind of look. That's the way these beautiful ladies looked, and my producer put air quotes, these supposed ladies looked, um, or I don't know if it was supposed to be supposed beautiful ladies quotes, or if it was supposed quotes beautiful ladies, but either way, um, yeah, stringy, greasy blonde hair, oversized Jelly Roll shirt, black tights, and like pink, like the brand pink, old fucked up dirty pink brand slides that are like cracking and shit. They're just being barely held together. I don't know. That's what I assumed the fan base looked like up until the point, until I listened to his music. That's what I assumed it was, which, you know what they say about assuming, it makes an ass of you and me. Pretty deep stuff. But then I listened to it and I kind of felt like it sort of checked out. So I know I kind of went on a weird Jelly Roll tangent for a while, but I just hearing music like that. What about my music? Why don't people like my music? Why don't people listen to my stuff? Why am I not famous? I don't care. I like really don't even care. It's just like I don't even care. I really don't care. It's just stupid that like people like that are like that famous, and I'm not. Like I have work this week. I have a lot of shit I have to do this week. Today's my day off, and I was on phone calls all fucking day. So it doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not like, I don't know. It's not where it stems from. It's just his music sucks and mine doesn't. And he's famous and I'm not. Why can't those meth heads be my fucking fans? Anyway, Jelly Roll sucks. I don't, but I mean, it's like what apparently I do. Millions of people can't be wrong, but millions of people supported Hitler. Thank you guys so much for listening. I really had to cut that one short. Kind of got a little loose at the end. I apologize. Jelly Roll, if you hear this, fuck you. I stand by everything I said. Fuck you too, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg also, this is a side thing. Snoop Dogg doxed his Uber Eats driver because a guy couldn't drop off his food. And then he tried to drop it off, and Snoop Dogg was like, snibbity dibbity, this fool didn't fucking leave my food here. And then fucking bitched at him. And then Uber Eats or whoever, DoorDash, I don't fucking remember, they sided with Snoop Dogg. And then we're like, we're so snarry that Snoop and Dobbin had to fucking not get his food. But the delivery driver did his job. Fuck that. That's fucking bullshit. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.